Tyson Fury says that he was disappointed in Deontay Wilder and that their rematch was one of his easiest fights. So I'm going to quote the Gypsy King here. He said, "To be honest, I was quite disappointed in the challenge that Wilder brought because I did train for 12 rounds at any pace and put myself through hell and back for 10 weeks in the training camp. I prepared for the best fighter on the planet. I prepared for the most vicious puncher on earth that has ever been, and I was quite disappointed because it wasn't the challenge that I expected. Although it was a fantastic victory for myself and it was a great fight, it just did seem that Wilder maybe wasn't himself. Maybe all the excuses he made, some of them were true. Maybe his legs were sore from the costume. Maybe he did have the flu. Maybe he did have a broken arm or a broken bone in his back or whatever. I'm not sure because that wasn't the Deontay Wilder that I prepared for. That wasn't the animal I put myself through all those hours in training for. Like I said, it would be one of my easiest fights, and it was. I believe that was one of my easiest fights apart from the early knockovers that I had. And at this level, you don't usually get that sort of easy victory with heavyweight champions of the world. The guy's been heavyweight champion of the world and made 10 title defenses, knocked out every single person. And to go in there with me, who's usually a boxer, counterpuncher, master skilled boxer, and get absolutely destroyed in a few rounds, I trained for an absolute battle royale and I didn't get it. So hopefully there's a couple of fighters out there that when I do go into training camp and I do serious training, that they will be worthy of the challenge." So those are the words of Tyson Fury. He kind of reminds me of Street Fighter characters. You know the game Street Fighter? They have these little graphics that appear on the screen after you win a match or even when you lose a match. And the winning fighter is always talking about, you didn't turn out to be much of a challenge. I'm looking for someone who's going to be a challenge. You know them ones? You see it in Kung Fu movies as well. These Kung Fu masters who are just out there looking for the greatest challenge. And when they defeat their opponent, they're talking about how disappointed they are that they couldn't put up a challenge. That's what Tyson Fury reminded me of with some of the things he said there. Now, as far as him saying that maybe some of Wilder's excuses were true, does he really mean that, or is he trying to promote the third fight? I suspect he's trying to promote the third fight, because how do you sell Fury Wilder 3 when the rematch was so one-sided? How do you sell it? How are you going to get people to dig in their pockets again in the United States, pay 75 or 80 bucks when the second fight was such a conclusive and one-sided victory for Fury? You have to make them think that actually Wilder wasn't himself. Wilder can be better next time. Wilder was injured. Wilder had sore legs because of the costume. So on and so forth. So I just think that's all it is from Tyson Fury. I mean, maybe it is an element of him being disappointed that there wasn't the kind of challenge there that he expected. Maybe that was there too. But I also feel there's an element of the salesman coming in here from Tyson Fury. And he is a great salesman. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about Fury's comments. Not getting the kind of challenge from Wilder that he trained for and expected. At the end of the day, you can only train, you can only train as hard as you can train and do what you're doing. You can't make any plans for what your opponent is going to do in training camp. Yeah, they're going to do what they're doing. You concentrate on what you're doing. You prepare the best you can. You get in the ring. If your opponent can't stand up to it, well, that's his business. Do you know what I mean? You still train the same way. You train like you're going to fight King Kong every time you step in the ring. That's what being a professional is about. Complacency is what leads to defeats. You have to get in there every time and think that this guy, you see, David Hay used to talk about it. He used to say that whenever he would look at tape of his opponents, he would expect them to be better than their best ever performance when he stepped in the ring with them. He would train for someone better, someone exactly like the opponent in terms of, physically, but faster, harder puncher, sharper on the counter. And this is how you maintain consistency, by taking every opponent seriously and training with the thought in the back of your mind that this guy is an absolute beast. Yeah. So Tyson Fury, maybe there's an element of that as well. Maybe it's not just the sales, but maybe also going into the third fight, he needs to keep reminding himself, this guy's dangerous. This guy's a killer. This guy was injured in this, or something was wrong with him in our second fight. This time he's going to bring the challenge. So I need to up my game again. I need to stay hungry. I need to stay in the gym. That's the correct mentality to have. If you go in there thinking, it's going to be easy, I destroyed him second time, this time's going to be a walk in the park, maybe you could come unstuck. So, yeah, just some things for you guys to contemplate there. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. It's happening, I'm out.
Join me on Patreon. I upload a minimum of 2 podcasts every single week, covering a wide variety of controversial topics, as well as live stream Q&A sessions. Take a look on screen right now at some of the podcasts I've produced so far. For just $3 a month, the equivalent of about £2 a month, you get access to all my new podcasts and my entire back catalogue of past podcasts, including my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You can listen on your computer or on your smartphone or tablet by downloading the Patreon app from the Google Play Store or the App Store for free. The Patreon app also allows you to download each podcast in MP3. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, you get access to dozens of hours of exclusive content. It's easy to sign up, there's no contract, and you can cancel at any time. So come and join our community of free and critical thinkers by signing up with me here on Patreon today.